How do you get that balance of how can you convey, and I know it's one of these things that maybe can't be consciously conveyed, but let's say if someone has it, how can you be yourself and you can let your personality show to the people that need it without treading on toes, without upsetting people, or do you need to upset people? Where's the balance there? I'm just curious, how did you know that Roman had it, but he wasn't getting heat, for example?
Well, Roman Reigns came from a wrestling family. So he had that attitude right off the start. But for someone who possibly has that quiet confidence, there's a fine line between cocky and confidence. A fine line, and some people walk it great, and some people cross it, and some how to come back from it.
Tom, could you just
way,
repeat that? Sorry, you cut off for a second there. Can you pick us up from it was a fine line?
Okay. It's a fine line between cocky and confidence. And sometimes, once again, even those that walk that line cross it now and then, or even more now and then. You have to have that belief in yourself, and everyone has to know that you are what you say you are. When talking to Roman Reigns, he didn't have to say anything loud and brash. When you would ask him to do something and are you capable of doing it, it was, yeah, I can do that. If not, I'll sure try it. And if I can't do it now, I'll get to where I can. And you knew he meant it in a confident way. He wasn't trying to blow smoke. He wasn't trying to aggravate the situation by being overly confident and cocky.
That's actually, sorry, I was just going to say that's a great response, because in that way, he's kind of covered his own back, because if it doesn't go well, he's done his best, and that's all he ever committed to doing, right?
Of course. And he had all the tools. He had all the elements of the star. So why not? Why not give it a shot? Why not take it to the next level if he's capable? And if not, he'll find something else to put in that place. That'll fill that, if it's a hole, if he needed something there to make it a more complete spot or a more complete match, he'll find something else he can do better than, I don't know, a flying have a corona or whatever you want to call it. So listen, it is one of those intangible parts of a character. Why was Daniel Bryan so successful? Why did Daniel Bryan have 71,000 people on their feet chanting, yes, yes, yes? It's because he had that intangible it factor, that ability to connect with people, with wrestling fans and with people who might have just been a casual fan for whatever it was. Daniel's not a big guy, not a tall guy, but he had that it factor. Eddie Guerrero, smaller guy, looked great. But not what you would consider a massive, huge giant. But he went out there and he had something that was special every time he stepped in the ring, whether it was against Brock Lesnar, JBL, whoever it might have been. He fought like a heavyweight. He fought like he belonged there, and he did. And that's pretty much what you have to have. You got to believe you belong there. You got to have that confidence. You have to have the courage to step out. And I have never met a success story who hasn't failed. And don't be afraid to fail. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Be confident enough to go in there and do what you can. Learn from your failures and move on. Keep moving forward. That's the best thing I can tell you.
When you say it factor, I think Daniel Bryan's a really good example, because this kind of leads me to my next question. Do you think the it factor can mean different things for different people? So,
Yes.
like, when Brock Lesnar walks into a room, you're like, whoa, Jesus. Like, I've seen Lesnar in person when I was about 15 years old. He just, like, peeked through the curtain, and it was like, oh my God, he looked inhuman. So that's one kind of it factor, whereas, like, I've seen like Triple H walk into a room or Vince McMahon walk into a room, and it's an aura, but it's kind of like, whoa, you're thinking about who that person is and the contributions they've made to the business and other things. When Daniel Bryan walks into a room, is that it factor just in a different way? Like when him or Rey Mysterio or CM Punk, can they still have that it factor but in a different way perhaps?
Of course. And when all those people you mentioned, Brock, Vince, Triple H, they walk into the room, it is their overall presence. It's their overall they are now consuming all the oxygen in the room. When
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan walks in, it's more of a I know you, I want to know you, I'm embracing you. Come on over and talk to me. I'd love to talk to you. And as he's talking to you, it's kind of someone brought this up. Oh, I forgot where I heard it, but I'll tell you where I read it. Talking about meeting Roddy Piper, one of the biggest stars in the industry ever, and Roddy had this ability to make you feel like you were the only person in the room. That's what Daniel Bryan can do. Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon, Triple H are overpowering personalities. And there's the draw there. But Daniel Bryan is drawing you to him. He's approachable. He's talented. You know what he can do in the ring, especially if you're a wrestling fan. And if you don't, and you're meeting him for the first time, he still makes you feel like you're that one person, one-on-one. He's engaging and he's sincere and he's real. Lesnar, he'll overpower you and you don't know what to do. You're not sure. Vince is a very overpowering personality. He's a very intense guy. Even when he's not intense, you just feel this power and that it factor.
I always say, sorry to interrupt, I was just going to say, I always say you can only see Vince McMahon walk into a room for the first time once. Like, I'll never forget, I'd only been in the business for, I think, 9 months, and I saw his limo, and then you're like, oh damn! Like the first time that you walk in, it was an awesome experience for a trainee of that age. You know, I've actually got, if you wouldn't mind, I've got a very quick Roddy Piper story just about what you were saying. I went to see him do like a spoken word event, and it wasn't long before he died, unfortunately. And I looked up to Roddy Piper in a lot of ways. I thought he was an awesome talent, and like his promo ability was just, it's just so authentic, and it's very captivating. And I remember watching him doing the spoken word event, and I was a wrestler at the time. I was wrestling for ICW, which was like, had links to the people that were putting on the show. And then I was like, look, I know this is kind of maybe at the question, but would it be possible if I could meet Roddy Piper? I remember Louise, who's working there, actually went back and arranged it. But what she said is, she was like, if you wait round the back of the venue. So I waited and I waited and I waited. And I thought quite a lot of time went by, and I thought to myself, it's maybe not happening. No worries. I'll kind of let him get on with it. What I didn't know is moments after I left, he came out and he's like, oh, wait, where is he? And then Louise is like, oh, he must have gone. And Roddy Piper turns to her and he goes, is he a good kid? And she went, yeah, he is. And he went, we'll give him this. And he gave her his t-shirt, his Roddy Piper t-shirt from that night. Yeah. Gave it to her, the one that he had and wore for the show. Gave it, or I think it was that, or the spare one he had, or whatever. But his Roddy Piper t-shirt, he gave it to her and said, give it to him. And then I got that t-shirt, and I've now got that. Yeah. And it's like, that to me was just like such an awesome act to give joy to somebody. And I just thought I wanted to bring that up just to kind of let people know. I'd never even met him, but he did an awesome thing for me.